Spoiler alert for Spider Man No Way Home. If you've not yet seen this movie, then huge spoilers are about to follow ahead because, of course, this film reintroduced the characters of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker Spider Man. And it was just so good. Just seeing these three characters interact, their dynamics, their chemistry together, that battle at the end, seeing them swing together was just so good. It just added such a great layer to this film and just was so nice to see these characters make the return to the big screen. So obviously, seeing the return, we want to see more of them. We not only want to see more of Tom Holland's Spider-Man after No Way Home, because of course he got some huge setup here in this film, but also we want to see more of Tobey and Andrew, specifically Andrew Garfield, because Tobey, he got his full trilogy, so, he got that. Andrew, he only got 2 movies. So fans have been begging for the Amazing Spider-Man 3. Literally yesterday, as soon as I the day before yesterday, when I got back from watching Spider-Man No Way Home, I reinstalled Twitter because I deleted it because, spoilers and stuff. And I saw that trending at the top was hashtag MakeTasm3 because we want the Amazing Spider-Man 3. It's what Andrew Garfield deserves because really he was robbed of that movie. And it's really disappointing. It really does suck because you see interviews and stuff of Andrew Garfield talking about playing this character. You can just tell the passion that he has for the character, and he's also just such an amazing actor. He's definitely the best actor of the 3 Spider-Man, and you see that in Spider-Man No Way Home when he makes his return because he steals every scene he's in. So no wonder everybody wants to see him come back, and apparently Sony wants to see him come back as well because new reports from multiple scoopers, including Shine On Me, My Time to Shine Hello or something like that on Reddit, who leaked most of this movie months ago, and then also Daniel RPK, of course, a pretty reliable source, saying that Andrew Garfield is coming back in the future for future projects. They also mentioned that Tobey Maguire is coming back, but probably only for one project, whereas Andrew Garfield, they want him back for multiple projects, which I think would be absolutely amazing. Now, where could they go with this? Well, obviously, the Amazing Spider-Man 3, but he could also show up in some other projects as well, because I talked about yesterday in my breakdown of the first post-credit scene featuring Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock Venom, where they could set this up as maybe Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is the Spider-Man of the Venomverse, because we know that Sony is doing all these other villain movies like Venom and Morbius and Kraven the Hunter, and we know Venom and Morbius are actually specifically connected, but we know that Venom in the end of that post-credit scene went back to his universe. So what if he goes to look for Spider-Man in his universe and it turns out to be Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man? So then you could have him become the Spider-Man of that universe while you still meanwhile have Tom Holland as the Spider-Man of the MCU. I think that's really the best way to do that. And also because you get that crossover between Tom Hardy's Venom with a Spider-Man. It's not Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but it would be Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and you could just bring back Andrew for so many projects there in the future. And also because specifically when it comes to Venom, I feel like that's really the best way to go with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man because he's in such a dark, vulnerable place. Even as you see in Spider-Man No Way Home, time has passed since The Amazing Spider-Man 2, since Gwen's death, but he still feels responsible for that. He's still feeling the pain of that loss, and he hasn't completely moved on. And then he even mentions things like stopping pulling his punches, even hinting at the fact, did he actually kill someone, or has he just basically become like Batman, is just brutally beating up guys? That's totally a possibility, which again makes him super vulnerable to the symbiote, which I think would be amazing to see in a third The Amazing Spider-Man movie, because I believe that's what they were going to do anyway. They were also going to do some other weird stuff with the Green Goblin, which hopefully they don't do if they do actually make this movie, but there's so much they can do with this. Bring back Felicity Jones as Felicia Hardy and do the whole Black Cat thing. She would fit perfectly in this universe, continuing her story from when she popped up in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. You could maybe even see the rest of that battle with Paul Giamatti's Rhino. You could maybe set up a Sinister Six since they were doing that in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then another thing I would love to see is Emma Stone's return as Gwen Stacy. Now, no, I'm not saying they should bring her back to life or anything like that. That is a big no-no right there. But in the comics, we of course have an alternate universe, Gwen Stacy, that becomes Spider Gwen. So I think that would be really awesome to see in this movie, is if we see, since we already know the multiverse breaking open, especially since Andrew Garfield just teamed up with 2 other Spider-Men, if somehow some other multiverse stuff starts happening, and then Spider-Gwen hops into this universe, and then we have this meeting and possibly even team up between Spider-Gwen and the Amazing Spider-Man, and you could just get those reactions and those interactions between each other, because it's like, he would, just be so much feelings there, because that is the love of his life, but not this version of the character. And then it's kind of like the opposite for her, because in her universe, actually Peter Parker's the one who died, and she wasn't able to save him. So that could be for some really nice interactions there, and they can kind of relate to each other, and that would be something I'd love to see done here. Plus, Emma Stone is an amazing actress as well, and she's definitely my favorite love interest from the Spider-Man movies, and I absolutely love the relationship. So seeing that would be just amazing, and I would love to see that go down. But again, this is all kind of just speculation and theories for now, but the fact that multiple scoopers are reporting that Andrew Garfield is coming back from multiple projects in the future just gets me really excited, because he's my favorite Spider-Man. Again, Andrew Garfield is definitely the best actor of the 3 Spider-Men. So to see more of him, see his character return, hopefully at least get the Amazing Spider-Man 3 and possibly even be a part of the Venom universe and get all that stuff, I would absolutely love to see that. But guys, what do you think about this news that Andrew Garfield may be returning as Spider-Man in the future of the MCU slash SSU, whatever that universe is called? And what do you want to see from the return of Andrew Garfield and possibly TASM 3? So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I keep it up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.